Hello and welcome back to BizInsights, your go-to source for everything related to the business world. I'm Alex, and today we're tackling a topic that's been on the minds of many business owners: cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin. Should your company start accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment? Is it a savvy move to stay ahead of the curve, or a risky decision with potential downsides? We'll break down the pros, cons, and real-world examples to help you decide. We're going to cover everything from the basics of what Bitcoin is, why it might or might not be a good fit for your business, and the practical steps you'd need to take if you decide to go for it. So whether you're a small business owner, a startup founder, or just curious about the intersection of cryptocurrency and commerce, stick around. Let's dive in. Before we can talk about accepting Bitcoin, it's essential to understand what cryptocurrency is. At its most basic level, cryptocurrency is a digital or virtual form of currency. Unlike the cash you carry in your wallet or the money in your bank account, cryptocurrency doesn't exist in a physical form. Instead, it's entirely digital, using cryptography to secure transactions. But what makes cryptocurrencies truly revolutionary is the technology behind them: blockchain. Blockchain is a decentralized ledger that records all transactions across a network of computers. This means that no single entity, like a government or bank, controls the currency. Instead, the network as a whole verifies and records transactions, making the system incredibly secure. And then we have Bitcoin. Launched in 2009 by the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto, Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency and remains the most well-known and widely used. It's often called digital gold because, like gold, its supply is limited. Only 21 million Bitcoins will ever be mined. This scarcity, combined with increasing demand, has made Bitcoin a highly sought-after asset. Now that we have a foundational understanding of Bitcoin, let's explore why some businesses are choosing to accept it as a form of payment. The reasons can vary, but they generally fall into a few key categories. First, there's the global reach. Bitcoin is a borderless currency, meaning you can accept payments from customers anywhere in the world without the need for currency conversion or dealing with international transaction fees. For businesses that operate online or have a global customer base, this can be a significant advantage. Next, let's talk about transaction fees. Traditional payment processors like credit cards or PayPal typically charge a fee that can range from 2% to 4% per transaction. Bitcoin transactions, however, often come with much lower fees, particularly for cross-border payments. This can make a noticeable difference in your profit margins, especially if you deal with a high volume of transactions. Another advantage is speed. Traditional bank transfers, especially international ones, can take days to process. Bitcoin transactions, on the other hand, can be completed within minutes. This faster settlement time can be crucial for improving cash flow, especially in industries where time is money. Let's not forget about security and fraud prevention. Bitcoin transactions are secured by blockchain technology, which makes them highly resistant to fraud. Once a Bitcoin transaction is completed, it's irreversible. This eliminates the risk of chargebacks, which can be a significant issue for businesses dealing with high-ticket items or digital goods. And finally, there's the potential to attract a new demographic of customers, namely those who are tech-savvy and prefer to use cryptocurrencies. By accepting Bitcoin, you're positioning your business as forward-thinking and innovative, which can help you stand out in a crowded market. Of course, no discussion about Bitcoin would be complete without addressing the risks involved. While the potential benefits are substantial, there are also some significant downsides that you need to be aware of before deciding to accept Bitcoin. First and foremost is volatility. Bitcoin's value is known to fluctuate wildly, sometimes within just a few hours. For example, the price of Bitcoin might drop by several $1,000s in a single day. If you accept a Bitcoin payment today, the value of that payment could decrease significantly by tomorrow. This kind of unpredictability can make it challenging to manage your finances, especially if you rely on a stable income stream. Next, there's regulatory uncertainty. Cryptocurrency regulations vary widely from country to country, and they're constantly evolving. In some regions, governments have embraced cryptocurrencies, while in others, they've imposed strict regulations or outright bans. This uncertainty can create a risky environment for businesses, as future regulations could impact your ability to use or accept Bitcoin. Another significant consideration is tax implications. In many countries, Bitcoin is treated as property for tax purposes, not currency. This means you'll need to track and report capital gains and losses for each transaction, which can complicate your accounting. You may also need to deal with additional reporting requirements, depending on your local tax laws. And finally, there's the issue of limited adoption. While Bitcoin is gaining traction, it's still not widely accepted by the general public. Depending on your customer base, you may find that only a small percentage of your customers are interested in paying with Bitcoin. This could limit the benefits of accepting it as a payment option. To give you a better idea of how accepting Bitcoin might work in practice, let's look at some real-world examples of companies that have decided to accept Bitcoin and what their experiences have been like. First up is Microsoft. Microsoft began accepting Bitcoin for digital content purchases on platforms like Xbox Live and the Windows Store back in 2014. This move positioned Microsoft as one of the first major companies to embrace cryptocurrency. While they temporarily paused Bitcoin transactions due to volatility, they've since resumed accepting it in certain regions. Microsoft's experience shows that while there are risks, there's also a significant opportunity to appeal to a tech-savvy audience. Next, we have Overstock.com. Overstock was one of the earliest major retailers to accept Bitcoin, starting in 2014. The company has seen success by appealing to a niche market of cryptocurrency enthusiasts. They even allow customers to pay with a variety of cryptocurrencies, not just Bitcoin. Overstock's approach to managing the risks of volatility involves converting a portion of their Bitcoin payments into fiat currency immediately. This helps them mitigate the financial risks associated with Bitcoin's price fluctuations. Finally, there's Tesla. Tesla made headlines when they announced they would accept Bitcoin as payment for their electric vehicles. However, they later suspended Bitcoin transactions, citing environmental concerns associated with Bitcoin mining. Tesla's experience highlights the importance of considering the broader implications of accepting Bitcoin, including the potential impact on your company's reputation and alignment with your corporate values. As we can see, companies have had varying experiences with Bitcoin. While it can offer significant benefits, it's not without its challenges. The key takeaway here is that every business is different, and what works for one company might not work for another. So, should your company accept Bitcoin? The answer depends on your specific business needs, goals, and risk tolerance. Bitcoin offers some compelling advantages: global reach, lower fees, faster transactions, and the potential to attract a tech-savvy audience. However, it also comes with risks, including volatility, regulatory uncertainty, and tax implications. At the end of the day, the decision to accept Bitcoin is one that requires careful consideration and planning. If you do decide to move forward, make sure you're fully informed and prepared to manage the risks. And as always, keep innovating and stay ahead of the curve. Thanks for tuning in to BizInsights. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more business insights. Have questions or thoughts on this topic? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep pushing boundaries and exploring new opportunities in the world of business.